national champions, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Rutgers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance, just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed their running back.
And the sack all the way back to the 5.
Yeah, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number 1, right? Every single game we go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Gives it on the option. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Scarlet Knights decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. He gets a block. And there he goes. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Penn State Nittany Lions offense will get the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off the spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Scarlet Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
Yeah, and sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season. Let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all these losses at the podium after games. We got guys hurt. We've got young players. We're inexperienced. We're learning how to win. But, you know, you're running out of time for excuses. You've now got to turn the page. You've got to show up. You've got to put a complete game together and get a double.
The Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Miranda. Works the middle of the field.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the Scarlet Knights have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Nice move to pick up yardage. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you tell maybe a little bit nervous, maybe just not starting the way they wanted to, didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together, a good response from punting last drive.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and come back.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
The play-action fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got his man on the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Finds a little space across the 35. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. After the run, now to throw. Gets rid of it. He's got him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
It's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll leave it with the lone back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown. There he goes. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Scarlet Knights in a good spot here with second and short. Handoff from the gun. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Punt is on its way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Look out, he's got room. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Penn State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Maybe a little too bold on that return as he's out of bounds at the 11. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Miranda. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to pass on second down. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
He's in open space downfield. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And they've found no answers so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Finds a man in the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! All of that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Offense in a bunch formation. Dropping back, it's Miranda. Catch in the middle, it's Fry. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the wide receiver. This is a designed run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The Scarlet Knights are at the line looking to convert on third and short. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they've dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Scarlet Knights are on the move. Wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. He's got it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The give on the inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Scarlet Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up for the PAT. Bangs it through for an extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
It's complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got...
Headed to the end zone. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. The offense will have to use its 1st time out of the half. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not sure they had to adjust much. Still try to build on this lead. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Picks up the first down. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Oh, it's always frustrating as a quarterback when you put it on the money and the guy drops it. But you know what you got to do? You got to build his confidence. Buddy, I'm coming back to you later. Just get your mind right. Get ready, because I know you can make that catch.
Going with the ground game left. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got room to work. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to buy time. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. And the quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
He'll get rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And the missed field goal leaves the lead at 23. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Miranda. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Grabbed over the middle, it's off. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays late.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find...
Touchdown, Rutgers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
And they try to pass for it, and they complete the pass, and you just need a little second effort, something to break a tackle and maybe get into the end zone, but they weren't able to get it.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Trying play action. Using his legs to buy some time. Going to try to get it himself. Runs through a tackle. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up the first down. That is a killer if you're the defensive coordinator. You've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Rolling right and going deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield, it's Miranda. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Looking to fire. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Takes it from the gun on third down. He's got the tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
He'll pull it down and run across the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep him covered. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted to stop the threat.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Handoff to the lone back. Rumbles across the 10, down at the 12-yard line after a pickup of 6. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to the big tight end. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got the quick pass. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Hurtado. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
They'll They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. And the Scarlet Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. It's complete on the right side. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Miranda. Right on target this time. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. Turning on the Jets. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working